Put the mics back on so that I can hear a big rousing good morning, everybody. Yeah, that's some good energy this morning. Awesome. Well, let me see. I just have to get rid of that off my screen so that I can say hello. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome. Nice to see everybody. I see a bunch of new faces, and I want to welcome you to the Morning Flow Show. But of course, I want to welcome everybody. It's so nice to see you all every day. Thank you for coming. It's really a privilege to get a chance to hang out with you. This is the Morning Flow Show, number 105, aka your AM Daily Dose of Chi, and I am your host, David-Dorian Ross, the Johnny Appleseed of Tai Chi. And that's a recycled moniker, but I thought today of all days, recycling would be a good idea. So I am in the spirit of the day. I see some people who are new or haven't been regular with us, so I just want to say a couple of groovy new things or things that to let you know about. You have the power to change your view of life, or at least the view on your screen here for what the class looks like, up in your upper right-hand corner, whichever your upper right-hand corner is. You have a little control. Yeah, I don't know because it's different on everybody's screen. You have a little button that says speaker view or gallery view. And if you put it on gallery view, you'll see everybody, the dozens and dozens of people who are joining us today. If you put it on speaker view, you should all be seeing me right now. Yes? And big view, and I'm not sure that's a great idea because I have no idea what's going on with my hair these days. But you have the power to do either one. You can put it on gallery view or speaker view. I usually leave it on gallery view because I just love seeing everybody, all the people who are coming in. But I wanted to let you know that you have the power to do that. All right, so new playlist today, some songs appropriate to the day, because today is Earth Day, man. You guys know this, and it's an international celebration, but I was there on the first one. I was a wee lad, but I remember the lead up to that day, and believe it or not, the controversy of the formation of the first Earth Day, about the people who were pushing back against the idea that, oh, we're going to sit down and speak ill of major industry who was, polluting the environment, but was, people that we should respect because of what they added to the economy and contributed to the efforts that we were undergoing in Vietnam, et cetera, et cetera. And a bunch of us just sat around going, but the world is dying. Shouldn't we do something about that? And so even as a young child, I had some of those impulses to make a difference. But I have to say that over the years, as I got older and more I was going to say more mature, but I'm not sure that that is necessarily something I want to claim, embrace there. Things have changed in the way that I look at the world and look at my role in activism. And you're seeing my activism in front of you right now. This is what I do. And we're going to talk more about that when we get done with the official Earth Day Dance 2014. That's what we're going to do right now. So let's go ahead and get up, and I'll bring on. And once again, sorry. Not to make a panic. I did mention that if you happen to have, yes, Amy's got the kind right there. If you happen to have them with you, or as I said, some alternatives, a couple of cans of soup, anything you got, or if you don't have them with you, don't worry about it. I will show you some alternatives. But from now on, I'm going to suggest that we keep these handy next to the computer. All right, that's all my announcement. Get up there. I'll join you in a second here. Got to queue up this lovely new playlist. All right, here we go. Up in the air, in the skies above us, clear blue skies, and kept clear in part by the efforts of people like Dennis Hayes, who was the founder of the first Earth Day. Right? What would it be like if nothing like this had ever happened and we would look up to see birds flying in the air? We couldn't see them because the air was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Fold the hands into the heart. Bring them all in. Bring them all in. And sink the chi right down into the earth and breathe in. You know, there's a saying in Tai Chi, we talk about rooting ourselves in the earth, and we say Chen Dao Di, which means root and sink. But not just to the bottoms of your feet, but deep into the center of the earth. And this is what we Chen Dao Di. Take this foot out to the side, and in front the hands float up, opening the door. And then just melt on down, squeeze on down into it. Nice. We did this last night. The theme of last night was just the longest breath you can breathe. I got more. And then float back up. There we go. Very nice. Pull those hands into the heart, and let's just step into the corner and cross the points. Let's just get the chi started first thing. Cross those points, and then open it out to the side. Just circle it around. Right? This is a gesture of sharing, right? I have, and I share. If I have it, there's enough to go around. Right? Crossing the points, getting the chi all excited. You know, that's an official term. You excite the chi, but every time I say that, I'm like, make sure that's coming across right. All right, stay with me. We're going to step back so we can do the other side. Bring it back into the heart. Hug the big tree for just a moment. Inhale. Bring it back in. Then pull the hands into the heart and step into the other corner. And again, cross those points and circle around. And let the breath do the work. Longest breath ever. Breathing in. Circle around. Breathing out. Nice. Inhale. And exhale. Oh, beautiful, you guys. One last time. Circle it around. Bring it back in and crossing the points. And then let's bring it back to home, where we hug the big tree. Good. Inhale and open. The fingertips come drifting back together, hands flattened, and float all the way down. We go back to the beginning, sinking the chi. Floating up, drifting in. Ah, beautiful. Hands float up in front, and just open the door. Sink down, Chen Dao Di, into the earth. Beautiful. Floating back up. Hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back in, and then flip them over. Would you please just flip them? And then let this hand just drop. Drop and toss away. Toss away today is who can you connect with, right? You can't just stay in your own little bubble if you want to connect with others. You have to reach way out there. Somebody I don't even know. Bring them in and push. Breathe in. Hold in. And breathe out. Nice. Repulsing the monkey. Today we'll just gather some monkeys in there and push forward. Beautiful. Stay with me. You repulse the monkey, then bring this one over with you and step in. And now just melt on down. And you can make this also the longest breath in the world, right? Breathe in. And breathe back up. All right, good. Let's get this hand pushing down. Push down. And float back up. And push down. This is just to make sure that all the parts are working. Okay, get this hand and float in. A metaphor for community action. One by one, we wake up. And then we get them all working together, right? Everything together. But you can't work together unless the individuals are awake. Beautiful. All right, stay with me. Take it on down. And let's take a wide step to the side and push. Push now, push, push, push. Longest breath in the world. And then sit on back. We're going to drag it across the sky. All the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. Then back over here. And everything goes to this side. all together, because you can. Bring it on down. Float back up. All the way down. Nice. Inhale. One more time. Bring it on down here. Step out wide. And push. Push, 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 push. Good. And sit on back. And drag it across the universe. Across the sky. Back over to the other side. Everything goes over here. 2 times. Down and up. Sinking. Opening. Sinking down. Stay right here. Take a step and push. And drag it all the way back. Take it across. Back over here. Everything goes to this side. 2 times down. Once. And plus. And step and push. That's all I wanted to see. Looking good. Sit on back. And drag it right to the center and step in and hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back together. Hands flatten and float all the way down. Very nice. Sink the chi. All the way up and over the top. Floating in. Very nice. All right, if you've got your soup cans nearby, go ahead and... Very nice. And back together. If you don't have them, by the way, don't worry. Empty hands are just fine. But if you have them, sink the chi. Inhale, float up, and into the heart, and float all the way down. Nice. Open the door right into the movement. Inhale, drifting up. Exhale, all the way down. Excellent. Floating back up. Hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Let's get this hand on top of the big round. The ball within the ball. And let's take this hand away for just a moment. The back of this hand. Open the curtain. Expand your bubble. You have to just roll that on back. And just wake up the heart. Open that out. We'll add this hand back in again. So embrace the moon right in front of your heart. And then as you open the curtain, one part stays behind. One ball out, one ball back. Open out here. Now stay with me. Both hands reach forward and then just gently coax them on down. Toss away. Wave it back on in, then push, pull, and push. One of my favorite songs of all time right now. So open the hearts. Open, 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 open. Over here on this side and step in. Good. Stepping out and open that curtain. Beautiful. Roll it on back from me. Just breathe it in and breathe it out. And nice. One more time. Breathe it in and breathe it out. Beautiful. Stay with me, both hands forward. Ease. Just drift on down. Longest breath in the world all the way out. And then pull back in. Push. Pull. And push. Awesome. Open the heart. One more time back here on this side. This hand on top. Step in. Step out and open. Roll it on back just because you can. Lovely. One more time. Well, you guys have a lot of energy today. Reach forward. I can feel it all the way through here. Pull it on down. Toss it away. Wave it on in and push it out there. Give it out today. Today is not a day for holding back. Today is a day for giving it all you got. And last time, open. Back over here on this side. Step in. Stepping out. Claim your space. Gathered back together. Go right back out there and reach forward. Toss away. Wave it on in and here we go. Push. Pull. And push it out. Oh, beautiful. Open the heart right here and bring it back to the center. And step in a little bit here and hug the big tree. Inhale and open. The fingertips come floating back together, hands flatten, and float all the way down. And back to the beginning, sinking the chi. Hold into the heart and drift all the way down. Beautiful. Stay with me. Yeah, good. I always like to look at your face like, is he really doing what I think he's doing? Yes, I am. Floating over here, this foot becomes weightless in space and just floats on up and back down again, drifting all the way over and float up and down. Nice. And stepping out again, this foot becomes weightless and this hand becomes weightless even if you've got the ball. And back down and over and float up the rooster, standing on one leg. The rooster who calls everyone awake in the morning. Time to wake up, folks. Yes. That was a deliberate metaphor, yes. And here we go. Open. Open everything. Floating back together. The hands cross. And the foot comes up and back down again. Chandal Di. Into the earth we go. Circle. Cross. Lift. And one more time. Adding something new. So be prepared. We cross and lift. And open. And back in. Nice work, you guys. Nice opening. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Lifting up. And open. And back in again. And down. One more time, just because we can. Crossing. Inhale. Open it out. And bring it down. Oh, beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and sink the chi one time. Right from here. Inhale. Floating up. And easing on down. Let's go ahead and put these down. And back to the beginning, sinking the chi. Inhale. Now, that's effortless. Floating down. Opening the door. Front the hands drift up. And drift on down. Oh, so nice. Excellent. Floating back up in here. The hands pull into the heart. And one more time, step into the corner and cross the points again. Cross those points and circle out around. Yes, so the first time maybe to wake up your own chi. The second time to prepare to share this for the rest of the day. It's like, look, I've got chi and you can have it. You can have some. What the heck good is it to stir up all this much energy if you're not going to share it with somebody else? All right, let's bring it back to center. Step in and hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back together. Pull into the heart. Let's step into the corner and cross the points. Circle around. Bring it back in. Let's get at least 2 more times. There's a cross right there. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Let's bring it on back to center and hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back in. Hands flatten. And just drift all the way down. Nice. This foot returns. And on a Tuesday morning, Earth Day, a little bow. That's perfect. Ah, excellent work. Beautiful. Come on back in. So there are so many reasons that I keep going around in my head about the different views that we can have on the Zoom screen here. When we did our 100th episode and we put up, one big image, I was like, that's actually very helpful, and I can see a lot when I'm doing that. But I can't wean myself away from the view of seeing everybody who is doing this with me. So I love seeing that. Well, I just have a couple of quick thoughts, maybe a couple of small stories to share with you this morning, and then I got to let you go because it's Tuesday, Earth Day, stuff to do. So 1970, was the first official Earth Day, although there were rumblings, there were precursors to that Earth Day even a couple of years before. I remember being in grade school and us having, little days when we'd get together and talk about, we should have a day. We should have a day where we celebrate the environment. And the first Earth Day was established as a day of, a teach-in day. I think sometimes we maybe lose sight of where are the origins of some of these things that we do. So it was a day of sharing, of providing information that some people may not have had, you know, and who was listening to these teachings, you know, who was listening to the information that was being put out there about what was going on with the environment. Well, how many parts per million of chlorofluorocarbons was there in the air that we were breathing? And, you know, one of the things that I could not appreciate in 1970 was the perspective of a parent sending their kids to school and saying, okay, in recess time, you're going out into the schoolyard, and what are you breathing in? You know, I can remember my parents not wanting me to go outside, not wanting me to go on certain days, you know, to go outside and play. And I'm like, I don't understand that. And now I do. And I'm so grateful to the people who came along at that point in time, you know, and put their foot down and said, well, you know, we're not going to quit. We're not going to quit. And I think that is the message of Earth Day. The message of Earth Day for me is, you know, it's like there was every reason in the world that this would not work, that it would not grow into what it is today, an international, it is the largest secular holiday in the world. Over 1 billion people today will somehow celebrate Earth Day in over almost 200 countries around the world, right? That's amazing. That's freaking amazing, right? And there's every reason in the world why that would never have happened. You know, the power of letting the status quo remain has all the money behind it, all the political influence behind it, all of the, you know, media behind it, and yet we did it to whatever extent we've done it, right? But things have gotten better. So, you know, what I look at as far as Earth Day, one of the things that I get all excited about is that we can do the same thing with anything. You know, 4 years ago, I produced a show online, much like this, only not as groovy with the technology, called 24 Hours of World Peace. And it was the first ever online webcast of World Tai Chi Day, where we were attempting to bring in feeds from all over the world as people got together and practiced Tai Chi. You know, one of the things I like about World Tai Chi Day is it has no politics, it has no borders, it has no, not even, you know, my school is better than your school kind of thing. It's just like everybody gets together and does some Tai Chi, and isn't that cool? Because what do you get when you practice this? Look, I've got Chi and I can share it with you. And so that day is not just a day of Tai Chi, but really a day of, you know, world peace. Yesterday and today, yesterday and last night, I was talking about a theme that I have often, as you know. What is it that binds us together? What is the common element, regardless of race, creed, color, religion, national boundaries, origins, politics, whatever, is that everybody's got the Chi. And when you get next to somebody else whose Chi is awakened, like we do when we're playing Tai Chi, you know, you stop thinking about them as other. You go, oh, you got Chi too? I got Chi too. That feels cool. I can just kind of hang out for a moment and just groove with that feeling of the energy that's going back and forth there. Right? That's a powerful thing. That's a starting point for tearing down any barriers that keep us apart. Anyway, that's why I'm so excited about what we're doing this Saturday with our World Tai Chi celebration, because I think of it as a beginning. I think of it maybe a first step towards saying we can all come together no matter where you live, what country you're in, if you've got internet connection, and now most of the world does. You can come and celebrate with other people. The one thing that I am concerned about with World Tai Chi Day, much as I was concerned about Earth Day, is getting to a point where we are only preaching to the choir, where the people who show up at our events are the people who like already know how groovy Tai Chi is. So every day when I say, you know, share this with somebody else, and I want to acknowledge, you know, a few people who are out there beating down doors and saying, you know, can I teach in your facility? And, you know, most recently John Paul, who I think is having some well-deserved sleep right now, recently started a whole new class for a group at his hospital. And he said that they came in wheelchairs and sat and did the class. And smiles beaming on their faces when they were done. I mean, that's the thing, is we have to take it out of our beautiful comfort zone and take it into places where it's not existing anymore, and or yet, and share it a little bit. Anyway, that's my soapbox for the day. Thank you for letting me stand up on it and share that with you. I really appreciate that. All right, so no real announcements this morning because you guys know everything. You know that CJ is going to be here at 10 o'clock to do an hour-long class, and again tonight at 6, so West Coast time, just to be clear. So come and join her if you would, please. This weekend, this Saturday, is World Tai Chi Day, and yes, there is still plenty of room for all of your friends to come in, and especially the people who are like, I have no idea what Tai Chi is. Really? I don't know. Just say, come for 5 minutes. You'll hear my first fart joke, and you'll want to stay. All right. That's all I got. Get out of here. Go off. It's a wonderful Tuesday. Remember, keep your hearts open. Take time to play. Yes. And no matter what life is throwing at you, remember, you can just go with the flow. Go with the flow, and you'll make your own Earth Day. Have a great Earth Day. Love you guys. See you tonight.